We're back! God damn it.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Extreme Paintbrawl 4, a game that is very fun. So this is kind of one of those games where it's a very cheap game, if you will. This is Extreme Paintbrawl 4. Ooh, 710. Yes, always buy your most expensive. Like, always buy the most expensive ones there, even if, you know, you don't quite love the way that they are, just because it's worth it in the end. You only get so many upgrade points. And this will be me. Hump Day. This will actually take 2 of this, because the first one had a lot of weird issues that I wasn't expecting. Alright, let's go ahead and get our gun. Yes, so this game is pretty neat. You start out with it, and then you start out with pretty basic equipment, accessories, also outfit. I always go for this for myself. I don't know about you, but I quite like the look. Accessories, a bunch of stuff. I know it seems like I'm just kind of running through a lot of this setup stuff, but it's because I didn't know the game. It doesn't matter much. I am ready to play now. We'll start out with West Coast Gulch. And we'll move on. So this game consists of 4 modes, if you will. These being Elimination, which I'm playing now, Capture the Flag, Center Flag, and Gauntlet. And I don't remember if there's another. So, yes, this game is pretty much, well, it's a budget, like, safe first-person shooter, if you will. And by that, I mean, so, games at the time, this came out, I believe Halo had come out by then, or at least was going to come out. So, you know, this isn't exactly a old, or like, this isn't exactly a, what you would call, modern first-person shooter, rather. It's a sort of, I guess, beginning of what the modern era would have. So it features, at the very least, it's more advanced than something like, you know, let's say, the very early Medal of Honors, or something like that. Rather, this is kind of, I guess this is kind of one of the, like, the last eras of these things. So, yes, this game is about paintball, if you can't tell. Quite entertainingly, too. Oh, shit. There's 3. So here in Elimination mode, you're just shooting people down. Yeah, this is, you know, as I was saying, it's kind of kid-friendly edition. Because unlike, you know, your Halos, your Call of Duties, they don't say, like, naughty words all the time. Nobody's actually dying, it's just getting hit with a paintball. And this is a game that I actually didn't have right when it was relevant. But around the time of Windows 7 era, Chip managed to get it from a friend at school for whatever reason. I think it was like, they just had a copy of it and they were getting rid of it or something. And so he managed to get like a digital copy of it pretty much. And that was kind of my experience with the game, was just, boom, very cheap. You know, this is not high-end art. But I quite like it. Also, look at that. 20 tags within one thing. Also, yes, now you get to distribute your skills. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Skillshare, for this. No, but for real. Yes, how do I put it? This game is pretty cool. Like, it's a lot of fun. We've had days where we got a bunch of people together and played it, and it's just a great time. You can have up to 10 people playing it at once, and Yeah. This is actually an exclusive to Windows, and more specifically, the XP era. This will not work on a modern computer. It can run on Windows 7, but in generally now. Much like a lot of games from the time, it's just best experienced on XP. And also, I am always willing to play a game on my Windows XP desktop that I have. Me and Mark built basically a dream XP machine for me. And recently I got a new graphics card that doesn't suck the bejeebus out of me, so now I'm actually excited to play on it again. Because for a while I had a graphics card which featured, quite frankly, one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen, which is a custom PNY like connector instead of like VGA or something like that. Instead it was this horrible thing that I had to use a VGA. Like it literally like split out into two VGAs, but neither of them worked very well. I'm like, it was a pain because you had to basically unplug the card and re-plug it in every time you wanted to use it. It was, I mean, it worked. Don't get me wrong. It worked, I guess, and pretty much I only had to use it because this computer doesn't have a lot of or it only has like the original PCI slot, and it has three PCIs and then one PCIe 2, X2 or X4, whatever it's called. The really tiny one that only has the little bit on it, instead of having all, like, the full-size PCIe slot. This card that I'm using right now is actually a PCI card instead of PCIe, which we were originally worried about just because it could have gone a bit weird. Luckily it worked out just fine, so who cares? You know, yeah. This game also is really fun to play. At one point in time we even got a teacher at our old high school to play it with us, so you know, it's just a lot of fun. It's all sorts of just silly... Nice, I shot that guy in the head. It's just a whole lot of fun, silly nothing. And luckily on your guys' screen you don't have it for some reason. On the main TV it's got like this weird fuzzing effect. And yes, I always say raise up speed as much as you can first. Then I like to go for accuracy, and then finally evasion at the end. Okay, so now that I've played the two eliminations, now I'm gonna start looking for a good partner to go with me. I'm gonna scout some new players. Ah, here we go. Fucking Joe. This will be Idiot Sophia. Hi, Sophia. You are now in it. Yeah. On average, I don't like to get teammates until I have to, and pretty much it's almost impossible to win the, Oh, there we go. The Rockwell, nice. It's pretty much impossible to get like, can't make a faster. Here we go. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, it's pretty much impossible to get through, especially capture the flag if you don't have at least one friend. I'm gonna try center flag first, just because I think it's a little easier to do. Oh gosh, I forget how these work now. I will have to look at the main menu after this to double check how it works and make sure that Sophia stays on the defense for our capture the flag one. As I said, you can kind of do the main thrust of it more or less on your own for these center flag ones. But capture the flag especially is pretty difficult if you're not careful. That's why a lot of times instead of giving everybody else like guns, I'll give my 2 defenders grenade rifles, even though it costs a ton in ammunition. Seriously, oh my god, the ammo is so expensive for that. But it is certainly worth it to do something like that. One advantage of having high speed is you can just run really fast and do this kind of stuff pretty fast too. Yes. Also, this is a cheap PC game, so you might notice the visuals look quite frankly embarrassingly not great. But that is ironically by design. For whatever reason, PC games at the time were not very good looking. And this game really isn't that far off from a standard PC game. In fact, it's one of those that I think, more people probably would enjoy if they got the chance to play it out. Either way, let's go capture our flag and get out of here, Sophia. Let's do it. Oh wow, I can do so much in one episode, man. I might be able to beat like a full tournament in like 3 episodes. Nice. Yes. So, look at that. Boom. So now I go and start distributing skill points again. Always focus on yourself first, then your teammates second, because your teammates are actually really good at not needing a whole lot of stuff. Let's just top up our bullets for everybody. Now, for the paint grenades. Yeah, fuck it. Yes. Like I said, I like to have a lot of paint grenades and stuff. Now capture the flag. Oh wait, yes, now on here. Let's go back to main. Options. Configure controls. Toggle run walk is numpad 2. And then defend is the left. Yes, defend is left. What is middle button? Oh no, I don't want middle button to do that. I want zoom to be middle button. Look how fast this thing was. I guess the hinties up there. Ah. Bang, 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 bang. You see lots capture the flags, gauntlets. I'm gonna say, let's go capture the flag now. I think I'm pretty well ready. Hopefully. Okay, good. You're already on it. And yes, this is kind of a weird way that I'm going, but it works fine. You can kind of run around this back way and avoid most of the enemies. It's always a good idea to avoid conflict where possible, just because you never know. There are certain times where the game does like to have a 50-50 shot. Get up. Ooh, look at that. The only thing I can say is I hope that they... Oh crap, they have my flag. Steve, what are you doing? You're supposed to be defending. Oh, I guess you're in combat, right? Well, that's fine. I'm right here, and I know they have to come this way. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, got to see. No. You have to wave it. Okay, good. I thought, like, sometimes this game feels like a horror game in a way, because you're just like, oh god, no, what's going on? What? Alright, and here is... Ow! Ow! That guy. Even though there are multiple pathways to go everywhere, for whatever reason, the AI pretty much has their one path they like going. And so it's fairly easy to predict where they're going to come from. When you're playing with humans and there's not that pretty predictable element to it, this game gets really intense. Yeah, and I can just kind of stall it out for quite a while by just standing here shooting them as they come. It's not like if it matters a ton to me. Like, yeah, every bullet that I spend costs me some money, but it's not so much money. Oh, we've tagged each other out. That kind of thing also happens quite a lot, is a self-tag. Or like, you know, a two-sided tag. Ow. Hit. It's kind of funny too with this game. I quite like how good your up and down feels, but your side to side always felt a bit off to me. Maybe this is just me with like my weird taste, but it never felt quite as good. Okay, good. And it looks like if I can squeeze through here, it looks like I might be able to sneak through. Good, yes. Ha. Ow! Ow! Also, oh wow, they're actually kind of like right there. Ah, dang it. Their flag has been recovered. I lost my flag. This is no bueno, man. It's fine. There's still... Now you see why I said you should have at least one ally. Sometimes, depending on how the game is going, I'll just like not even shoot until, or like I won't even like get allies though until after I've gotten everything for me. But as I said, this is a team game ultimately. The allies, even if they aren't the greatest, will help out somewhat. Oh, hey, look at this. There's a bunch of them, so now all I have to do is just stand here.
I'm out. I'm out.
Boom, I eliminated out so many of them in that one little burst.
Out.
That's another nice thing about this game, that you can kind of shoot through a lot of the obstacles.
I'm out.
Grab that flag, jump over the rail. Oh, let's just push on through here. I am literally faster than they are, so... Especially at this point in the game, I'm faster than them. I think later on they will eventually outspeed me. Like, even if you do max out your skills, I think at the end, especially on hard difficulty, the game kind of cheats.
I'm hit.
Oh shit. Whew. Boom.
I'm hit.
Hit. Come on, respawn already, Sophia. Let's take these guys out. I mean, even if I have to do it, I can. They've not escaped yet. Whew. Flag's been recovered.
I'm out.
Boom.
Out.
It's always great to play that suppressive fire while somebody pushes on up there. See, as I said, there's a lot of weird strategy stuff that you can do, even if you're not intending to do it, per se. Just because of the nature of the game, kind of encouraging you to play a little bit smart.
Hit. I'm out.
And there we go, we got 3s out. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm far enough along to where it doesn't matter even if they get the next flag. So I think I can just jump and just run. And I don't think anybody can stop me. Cool. Was it possible to do this without Sophia? Probably. But I do really think that Sophia, if nothing else, serves as a very useful distraction for them. And the AI does like to get distracted by fights. Again, I have no idea what the specific code of this game is, but it sure does have its moments, I guess you would say. Oh god, please don't get the flag again. Ah, dang it. Okay, fine, I'll just... Alright, good, I'm already down here. They're a paintball hero, got stars in his eyes.
Hit.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hit.
I always really did like the music in this game too, even if I know it's just very not the best music out there, especially for this kind of genre. I'm sure there's a million better ones. In fact, there's another really good paintball game on PS2, and then I think later on like the prequel or the sequel or something like that came out on Xbox and GameCube as well. And it's just one of those two. Much like a lot of paintball games, a genre that I feel like it gets kind of overshadowed because of the prevalence of first-person shooters.
Out.
Like, especially the World War II era ones back in the day. Those were everywhere.
Hit.
And those did kind of sour the waters in a way. And yeah, there's this mechanic in it for CO containers, but I've never actually really found a need to use it. Like, I've never run out of compressed air.
Ow.
So, ow! Holy crap, man! The snipes, dude! Maybe I'm getting too predictable by going that way. Maybe I should go this back way that nobody ever goes. I realize there's like this whole cafeteria area, along with like a dark passageway into their base. Oh no, you don't. I can possibly stop him.
I'm out. Hit.
Boom! On guard! Swift strike! Oh shit.
Hit.
Hit him. Oh, thank you.
Out.
Boom. And now they've all just locked onto me, meaning that they've left the path wide open for me to just run forward instead. This is a pretty cool map, this prison. Certainly better than it could have been. Nice, Sophia. Let's do this. Boom! Victory! Holy crap, I shot so many bullets. Okay, now speed up to 100, accuracy up to 75, and then vision up to 50. Accessories. Now I check to see if I can replace anybody's paint. Then paint grenades. I'm probably a bit weird because I like to use paint grenades. I've noticed other people in the past have been all like, yeah, paint grenades aren't great. I can't remember what Gauntlet is. I think it's just you only have... No, it's not quite what I thought. I genuinely can't remember what Gauntlet is.
I'm out.
Oh, it's just you fighting off, like, literal hordes of the enemy, I guess.
I'm out. Out.
Nice. Just shooting off, trying to get 7. Okay, come on, hit him. Hit 7. Oh god, my CO ran out. Fine, I can do this. Run around here. That's right, Gauntlet is another one of these. You don't really need to have thing like that.
I'm hit. I'm out.
yes, this is a very nice thing because you get to kind of use your radar quite a lot for this. If I didn't know where the enemies were, too, I think I would probably be having a really tough time of it right now. Thankfully, the game does kind of tell you, oh, hey, here's a guy. Shoot him.
Ow!
Boom. Thank you. So it was either kill all the guys or get the flags. Cool. Boom. Congratulations! Visit the trophy room. Press any key to continue. I'll press the thrum key. Qualifying first place, yay. I might actually hold off on buying anybody until the third thing. Then I think I can actually buy out enough grenades for us. Let's see, Sophia, how many grenades you got? Cool. Now let's see, can I actually upgrade my gun? Almost. Not quite. But I can actually upgrade Sophia to the custom. Nice. I think that's where I'll call it for this episode. And next episode we will be looking at regionals. Hope you guys have enjoyed so far. I certainly have. It's been a lot of fun playing this again. That's something that I hope you guys are able to enjoy as well. Sayonara. I'm Shadow.